What? So yeah, dude. So this home. The half goes on here. So let's put on the half. On the half. Down here. And now Leo thing. Just the blue part on this stuff. Number 2. That's what. That's one, okay? Okay. So that's this. So that's what we do. Sure to buy the Lego knife, the plain stars to you. That. Okay. But this is just a tiny map. Let's buy the big map. The big Lego map. And it's even like the Lego knife, the plain. I like to put it in there. And then that's what is cool. So that later we'll send it a big Lego map. And we can get a mom nice a Lego nice to paint, a mom nice to paint, Lego nice to paint. Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to get even the nice to paint all of them at
a battle of swamps and a rivalry that might not be the most prominent for either of these two schools, but it's one that could easily define season trajectories and put the victor on the path to the college football playoff. This is a live look at the swamp. Mid-Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. It's the LSU Tigers and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game he understands the rivalry nature of this game, and he has asked his players to play with poise every step of the way. This crowd can get you off your pace. They can disrupt things at the line of scrimmage. And he said, guys, we have to communicate and stick together in this environment today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Gators ready to put toe to leather, and here we go.
Okay. Big promise.
Coming out with it, it's Wilson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to throw, it's Levin. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. Finds his man. It's Brown. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set. First down. The run inside. It's Durham. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put him in position to pick up a first down.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Here comes the offense on second down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you can tell QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's a nice job on 3rd down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your first 3rd down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And something good happening early in this football game gives you the momentum. As the underdog, you want to see those good plays early, right? To believe. Everybody on the sideline now knows they got some juice, things going the right way. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going on offense.
Pressure coming. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And man, I think they're going to look back on this one, guys, just with frustration, just an opportunity missed. Your defense did the best thing they could do. Starting a game, forcing a turnover. Now you get the ball, and you give it right back. So the momentum you had and the energy that was in the building, now it goes swinging right back to the other side.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Looking for a crease. It's Hall. Got enough for the first. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He leaves it with the back. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Looking downfield, it's Levin. Fires left. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. And with the pick six. Touchdown, Florida.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Got enough for the first. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
And so far, man, everything's been difficult for this offense. And credit to the defense. They've taken away all the easy stuff. The easy perimeter throws, the quick throws. Nice job playing fast, playing physical. But this QB's got to get a little bit more in rhythm. Be a little bit more patient. Go through his progressions a little bit better. Right now, so far, it's an 0 for 4 start.
And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Finding some room. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the catch. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone.
So after that pick six on the opening drive, a chance here to get a touchdown of their own. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinals sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads. Trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Quickly to the tight end. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tantino. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays. I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger man.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play calling, that's critical for their success.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And how about that linebacker seeing the ball getting thrown really quickly to the wide receiver, breaking on it, and then being able to get that fast guy on the ground for no gain? That's a really athletic play by that linebacker.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Off play action. Here's a heat. Fires downfield. He's got it. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And, guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense is
strong. Pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Mays. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Now on the option. Keeps it himself. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. The Gators come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. And here's the third interception of the night. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and often for his club.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Turning it on. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Harris. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Dropping back, it's Levitt. Got his man. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
The Tigers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Caden Durham. And he's in! Touchdown, LSU!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Here's a give the ball. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff for Ball. Fighting off the defender. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. Trainers out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Sends it back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Levin. Steps away. Throwing on the run. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, they hoped up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls in.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Barry. Still on his feet at the 35. Speeding down the left side. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
With the draw, it's Pryor. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's out past the 35. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
And he's brought down after a nice gain on the play. Give him 7 on that one, and now we've reached a 2-minute timeout. The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Singleton. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Escapes the pressure going right. Had to get rid of it quickly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing it. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it set up on the outside. Oh, he's got some space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Right on the money. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Finds his man. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Going long. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Green. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, LSU.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Baylor taking on the number 13 team, the Kansas State Wildcats.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
And it's the Bears with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help some, alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw again. That's caught. It's Singleton. Knocked down for the tackle.
And that's why it's so important to get it to your guys quickly. That's just a simple hitch route. But because the quarterback didn't hesitate, he put it on him right away. He had space to work after he made the catch. Was able to make a defender miss and set up a nice play for the offense.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
The kick is on its way. And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Brown. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that, too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Rides the back and leaves it. Gain of 2 on the play, sets up 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity. Breaks into the open. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Here's a give the ball. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Quarterback may change this route. Delayed handoff. It's Pryor. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Wants to fire on second down. Floating away. He's going to run it. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Throws for the tight end. It's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time.
Touchdown, Gators! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Will run the offense out onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. It's complete to the left. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Running inside. It's Barry. There he goes.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Levitt. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Gators sending the offense back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Looking to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
To the air on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Hand off, Jaden running left. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Both Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Maybe a crease. The 40, the 30. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. The extra point here would tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He's looking to pass. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Handoff, Caden Durham. And they're able to get him on the ground.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Now the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. Can't get him to the ground. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
Defensively on third and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let him throw the football. Make him throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around, now hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a fourth down and manageable. So much easier on the offense.
And it's good! They take the lead here in the fourth.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Makes it past the marker. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Quarterback making checks. They'll give it to Ball. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll keep it again on the option. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. Like Holly told us, this crowd is not going to fade away, and they're rising up now. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Picks up the 1st down. There's some room. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
To the air, it's Levin. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point was good. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking downfield on 1st down. Slings it downfield. Pulls it in. It's Singleton. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space.
He's going to take a shot. And it's his 4th interception of the game. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Wants to throw. It's Levin. Fires one high and deep. And here's the pick. And oh, did they need that right now.
It's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you can possibly do.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. He might want another play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Trying to hook up on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Here's Durham one more time. They brought him down, but not soon enough, and they're going to be able to run out the clock from here.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me. Let me finish this thing and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in lock.